How's your fuel too? She get it topped up?
Yeah.
Back at camp, the push to move wood to water before the log barge arrives is well underway. All under the watchful eye of Woods foreman Ross Davis, a logging veteran of more than 25 years.
They'll probably get 4 loads today, each. It's gonna be a tall order. We don't wanna have a barge going home late. Oh, that's a nice big one. Ooh, big wood. Oof. When I was 15, I dropped out of school. It wasn't work for me. I kept getting into trouble. And then a buddy of mine, just one day, he needed a guy, and he seen me, and he's like, hey, you want to come try this out? So at 15, I started bundling logs and slowly worked myself up. My management style is firm and fair. There's a lot of guys that don't like me. Usually it's the guys that aren't pulling their weight, and I'll pick on them a little bit, and I'll ride their ass a little. Where's everybody?
There was something going on with the yarder when I was pulling in there, and the guys were taking a look at something.
Can you walk?
No, I don't think so.
You walk back a little bit so those guys can get this?
I can't get the brakes off.
Can't do nothing there, right?
I can't move.
With him dead in the water, we're kind of going to be at a bit of a standstill.
The down yarder is a major problem because if Ross and his crew can't get wood off the hill and onto the road, there's no chance of getting it down to the water and onto the barge.
Pile of wood down there too to come in. That yarder is feeding 2 machines and all the highway trucks today, but with them down, nothing's happening. So we have a log barge coming in. Jared's not gonna be very happy if we can't log.
20 miles away,
Gold River Shop, you have a repeater?
Jared's pushing even deeper into the wilderness, chasing a new area rich with big timber. But getting to it is an endeavor all its own.
We work in such remote areas, we have to build our own roads just to get to the timber. These guys need to get another half-mile of road built from scratch before the fallers can get in.
How you guys doing? Ready for a blast?
In terrain this rugged, blasting is the only way to cut through both soil and solid rock. And the resulting debris makes for excellent road building material. But to make the most of every explosion, the crew must work with tactical precision.
What's your strategy here? Like,
we can't get by it with a hoe because it's too steep and right? So we have to blast through it before we can go by it.
how many pounds of TNT or dynamite or explosives?
I'd say probably like 400 pounds.
400 pounds of explosives.
This don't get old, man.
No, this does not get old.
No.
I've met a lot of weird blasters. Dave's about the most normal blaster I've ever met. Usually I feel like the dynamite seeps through their veins and makes them all strange, but love of blowing stuff up. You gotta be a different type of person. Thrill seeker.
Okay, let's get at her.
You guys good?
Let her rip.
Jared and his road crew are one step closer to reaching their next stand of big timber.
What's that?
While Dave goes about shaping the rubble into new road, Jared heads back down the mountain to check on logging operations below.
Hey, yeah, Jared? Yep.
Yeah, go ahead, Ross.
Hey, we got an issue with the ground beard up here. I think the compressor's failed here. Yep. We're gonna be down for at least a week.
Are you serious?
Yeah, that timing, I know.
Okay. Give me a minute. We need to get that wood on that barge. I don't know. Oh.
About a 4.5-foot cedar, probably.
Further up the hill, hand fallers Jem and Rob are racing to locate some big timber and get it on the ground before the long barge arrives in just 2 days.
What do you think, Jim?
I think it looks kind of rotten.
They found another massive tree that could be worth nearly $50,000, but only if they can bring it down in one piece.
The cedar is probably 130, 140 feet tall, 27 feet circumference, so it's about 8.5 feet. You look from here, it's leaning like... You can see it splitting right there at that first limb.
Yeah, exactly.
Big trees that are dangerous, there's usually a lot of things that are inherently wrong with them by the time they get to be that age. So it's going to be difficult to control the direction, or it might just break off and go where it wants to go, which is not where we want it to go.
Maybe we may as well try and preserve what we can and band her up.
Sounds good. Cedar trees are valuable, and when there's so much force and it hits the ground at one time, it'll crack and devalue the wood. So if we band it together with extra tensile strength banding, then hopefully we can keep it all together in one piece. Beautiful.
I was just gonna put an undercut as far as I can into here. Nibble away at the back until it falls over.
While that banding will reduce the odds of the tree exploding on impact, it's still no guarantee. So to hedge their bets even more, Jem and Rob will make cuts that should send it toward a cradle of smaller trees laid out to soften its fall.
All right, buddy.
Is everybody ready?
Heck yeah. Started falling maybe 8 years ago. I can't work indoors. I like not having to watch what I say. I like not having to watch what I do. I like not having to dress a certain way. I like not having to shave. I like having the absolute freedom to do whatever I want the way that I want to. And it's me not living a lie. It's pinching. It's getting stuck. Damn it. When you've got your bar in the tree, you could feel the reactions that tree is doing. You could feel the tensions, you could feel the snapping and the popping, you could feel the slabs that are dislocating inside. So you could actually feel that in the tree, so you know exactly what's going on. And on top of that, you can see the tree starting to go over, and you can see the tree starting to lift.
This might not be good. These slabs all want to pop straight out like celery.
On the outskirts of Float Camp,
Well, lads, you ready? Yes, sir.
Jared has a risky plan to solve his yarder problem. He's pulling another one from the shop early, midway through needed repairs, in hopes that it can limp him across the finish line.
Go. We're gonna bring in our best grapple yarder. Unfortunately, it caught on fire. Hopefully that problem doesn't arise itself again. Come on.
But first, he and his crew will have to get it to the job site, some 22 miles away.
Are we ready there, lads?
Yes, sir.
And with a log barge to fill in just 2 days, there's not a moment to lose.
We don't normally do this, but we're pressed for time and I need production. There's quite a procedure getting this thing moved over. I'll be driving the push truck. You pretty much ram the bumper into the back of the low bed, double up the horsepower to get the low bed up into these hills. We have a new low bed operator, Lance. He's really good.
How's everything look back there, Jared? Looking good, Lance?
Look in the mirror, Lance. You're looking good too, buddy.
Thank you. I wish I could have done something more with my hair.
All good, bud. Keep her coming, Lance.
All right, partner.
That particular yarder is worth about $1.2 to $1.5 million. So having it fall off the low bed would probably be the end of my company. I want to make sure that we get this done right.
Come on, baby. Come on, baby. I felt a weird thing on the roof of the truck.
Ross will stop and check everything.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not good. There's not enough clearance.
The boom grabbed the trailer on the push truck and wiped the supply hoses right off of it.
That boom sticks out a little too far and it's banging into the truck. I don't know if we can put a block in there. I don't know if it'd stay.
Yeah, block might help.
We're putting some blocks in on the top of the ramps to try to hold the boom there. Boom can rest on the ramps. It's kind of a way to give us some clearance so that the boom doesn't hit the push truck.
Right? What do you think?
Let's put some chains on there.
I don't like you up there.
Like a normal Wednesday.
Okay, let's get this show back on the road.
Definitely a lead to the road, eh?
I don't think it's gonna hold, but we'll see. It's not gonna work out. Oh, there we go. Oh. Yeah, we lost our blocks there, boys.
Okay, man.
Didn't work out too well.
Punched a hole in the deck. Took the whole board right out of the deck. We're lucky that the blocks didn't go through the radiator of the push truck. So our logger ingenuity just did not work.
This is